Hello friends, in this video we are going to see the new pattern question that they have started asking based on the coding, decoding and input output, especially in the exams like RBI Grade B. Until recent years, RBI Grade B also used to ask the question, similar type of questions that the other banking exams they ask. But because RBI Grade B has become now highly aspired exams, so to maintain the quality, they have started changing the patterns. So these recent years, the pattern for coding, decoding, and input output is certainly different. Are they difficult question? No, they are not difficult, but yes, they are different. So if you go with certain particular impression that this is what I am going to solve, but something new comes up, then definitely you might fall into a place where you might leave the very doable question. I don't want that to happen with you. And that is why we'll see these new pattern questions as well, how to tackle these questions. So let me show you one of the questions from coding decoding that they can ask. Now, this is the question. In the old pattern, you must know what we had to do for coding decoding type of question. Only one single thing we had to do was you just had to find the common words between the any two English statements and the common code between the code side of it, and you can just map those. But here, actually, you have to do the coding decoding. That means there is some pattern, certain pattern with the help of which these code are formed. So there is O here in the beginning and O here in the beginning and E here in the beginning and I here in the beginning. They have certain significance. There is some reason for that the O, I, O, E, they come in the first place. So what is the reason? Why so? What is the pattern behind, or what is the significance behind? If you can find it, that is what is called as the decoding. Then you are certainly decoding the stuff. Same goes with the symbol they used in middle, like ampersand, hash, dollar, at the rate. And same is the reason for the last letter here as well. So as I said, are these difficult questions? No. But are these different? Certainly. So if you understand what to do exactly in these type of questions, then they will also become typical over the period, and you can solve those very conveniently and easily once you do sufficient practice. So for these type of questions, you have to take a look at certain things. Like here, the first letter is vowel. O, I, O, E, 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 A, I. So everywhere it is about the vowel. So we might need to find number of vowels. So I'm writing here in white number of vowels. So what I'll do is, on top of every word, I'll write the number of vowels contained by that word. So temperate has number of vowels. So temperate has 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 number of vowels. So I'm writing 4. Winter has 1, 2 vowels. Negative has 1, 2, 3, 4 vowels. And filling has 1, 2, 3 vowels. Worst has 1 vowel. Summer has 1, 2 vowels. Raining has 1, 2, 3 vowels. Cloud has 1, 2 vowels. Positive has 1, 2, 3, 4 vowels. Results has 1, 2, 2 vowels. Weather has 1, 2, 3 vowels. Report has 1, 2 vowels. Heaven has 1, 2, 3 vowels. Swing has 1 vowel. Drowsy has 1 vowel. And thunder has 1, 2 vowels. So now look for the common. Now here, 2 of the words have 2 vowels, and in the code side, 2 of the word start with E. So now you can definitely say that if a word has 2 vowels into it, the code used or the first symbol used is E. So that means here and here there are two vowels, so summer and cloud. These are the codes for summer and clouds. They can be either of them. But here winter, it has 2 vowels and there is only one word starts with E. That means definitely winter has the code E@P. Okay, what else we can figure out? Here we can figure out, because two words, they have one vowel each, and there are 2 symbols or 2 codes, they start with A. That means if a word has 1 vowel, it should start with A. And for 2 vowels, we know E. Now we are left here with the heaven, which has 3 vowels into it, and the code, single code that has I in the beginning. So that means if any word has 3 vowel, it should start with I. So here, two words, they have 4 vowels each, and 2 codes start with O. That means if a word has 4 vowels, it should start with. So this is about the number of vowels. Now, as I said, there is significance for all of these symbols. Now look at the ampersand sign. Now we can definitely say, because it has 2 vowels, winter has 2 vowels, and 2 vowels means E. So this is the code for winter. So E @ and P, that is the code for winter. So now we might need to look for the total number of letters as well. Total letters. That I'm going to write in this orange. Temperate has 9 total letters. Winter has 6 total letters. Negative has 8 total letters. And filling has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 number of letters. Worst has 5 number of letters. Summer has 6 number of letters. Raining has 7 number of letters, and cloud has 5 number of letters. Positive has 8 number of letters. Results has 7 number of letters. Weather has 7 number of letters, and report has 6 number of letters. Heaven has 6 number of letters. Swings has 6 number of letters. Drowsy has 6 number of letters, and thunder has 7 number of letters. So clearly, heaven, swings, and drowsy, they have 666 letters. And here in the middle, there is at. That means if total letters are 6, it should have at in the middle. And only one word has 7 letters, and what we are left with hash. So if any word has 7 letters, it should have hash in middle. For 6, we know at, and for 7, we know hash. Okay. For 6 and 7, we already know. What left here is 5. So at and hash, they are already for 6 and 7. What left is star. So for 5 letters, you have star in middle. For 5 letters, we have star in middle. What else we can figure out? From here, 6 we know, 7 we know, 5 we know. 6 we know, 7 we know, 1 and 8 is left with. And in the last, 6, 6, 6, 7. So now what is common here? Or we can just say positive, because we know the code already for positive here, from here. Because positive has 4 vowels into it, that means this is the code for positive, and it has dollar in between. So that means if 8 letters are there, it should have dollar in between. So 8 is for dollar. So if 8 is for dollar, you can certainly say this left here is ampersand. So if 9 total letters are there, it should have ampersand in middle. So 6, 7, 5, 8, 9, we are done with. What about? Okay, we have only this much variety. Okay, sorry, weather has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it is 7. So we have only this much variety. So we are done with the significance of the middle symbol. Now we are left with the third symbol, that is C. Third symbol, or if actual letter is used, C, E, C, P, they are a mix. There are all kinds of letters. I mean, there are vowels also and consonants also. So in that case, it is to be associated with either the first letter or the last letter. It is to be associated with either the first letter or the last letter. So C, you know, is a third letter. E is a 5th letter in alphabet system. C is a 3rd letter, and P is a 16th letter. And if you look here, the E is a 5th letter, R is a 18th letter, E is a 5th letter, and G is a 7th letter. G is a 7th letter. And you know, the code for temperate here is the first one. So the 5th letter is E, and here the C is 3rd letter. So 5 is replaced by 3. The code for winter, as you know, because it has total 6 letters, so it has to have @ in it. That means this is the code for winter. So in winter, the last letter is 18th. Here the last letter is 16. So 18 minus 2 is 16. 5 minus 2 is 3. Similarly, the code for negative is this. If you look at the total letters, so 5 is becoming 3. And here the last letter is 7. Here the last letter is 5th. 7 minus 2 is 5. So the last symbol is consist of last letter minus 2. That means whatever the ranking of the last letter in alphabets, minus 2 will be the last letter of the code. So once you can decode it like this, you can form the symbol or the code for any given word. First letter is number of vowels symbol, second symbol is about total letters, and third symbol is based on the last letter. So number of vowels, it has only one vowel. One vowel means the first letter should be A. So answer could be either this or this. Second symbol is about the total letters. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 letters. 6 letter means at the rate. So it should have at the rate in middle. So this also possible, this also possible. And last, if Y is 25th letter. So you have to subtract 2 from it. It becomes 23rd. And 23rd letter is W. So that means this is going to be the answer. So this is how you have to find the significance behind all the 3 individual symbols used. And once you can figure out the significance like this, you can form your own code and decode. Okay. Let's see some other questions based on the same pattern. Now, once you can figure out the coding decoding, you don't require to even look at these words and the symbols all the time. You can form your own codes. Okay. Let's see the question number 2 here. Okay. They're asking, for second question, they're asking, what will be the code for Sunday times? So as we discussed already, first is about the number of vowels. So it has 1 and 2. 2 vowels. 2 vowels means one of these should start with E. It has also 2 vowels. So another should also start with E. There is no option where both start with E. That's why the answer is going to be none of this. Easy. Let's see one more. Which of the following word does not represent the code E at the rate W? E here means the number of vowels. So it should have 2 number of vowels. This also has 2 number of vowels. This has 2 number of vowels. This has 2 number of vowels. And this also has 2 number of vowels. Whereas 1, 2, 3, 3 vowels. So if the code starts with E, it has to have 2 number of vowels. And because it does not have 2, it has more. That means it cannot be the code for Saturday. Easy. Let's see next one. So good news is once you can identify the coding and decoding, then the 5 questions that they ask, they are very easy. They don't take now much time to solve the questions because you already decoded by which pattern they are making the codes, right? Let's see next one. Fourth, which of the following word represent the code O $C? Now, O means it has to have 4 number of vowels. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 number of vowels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 number of vowels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 number of vowels. And this is also possible, and this is also possible because either positive or negative, both shortlisted for that. Now, middle term is dollar. Dollar means it should have total 8 letters. So it has 8 letters. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 letters. So that means all options are again open, all possible. And lastly, if it is ending with C, C is a third letter. That means the word should end with 3 plus 2. That is 5. That because 5 minus 2 is 3. So fifth letter is E. So the word should end with E. This ends with E, yes. This ends with E, yes. This ends with E, yes. That means all of the above. Which of the following word represent the code $C? All of the above words. Easy. Let's see one more question. What is the word for temperate? Actually, we solved the question already, but fine. Let's see. Because it has total 9 letters into it, that means it should have ampersand in between. So this should be the code. Because the number of vowels are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, sorry. Temperature it is. We figured out it for temperature. So because it has now 5 number of vowels, we don't have a word. If you can just follow this, 1 vowel is A, 2 vowels is E, 3 vowels is I, 4 vowels is U. So A, E, I, O, U. So if you can follow it, 5, it will be U. So the first letter should be U. Because A is the first vowel, E is the second vowel, I is the third vowel, O is the fourth vowel. So fifth vowel is U. That means it should start with U. So either this or this could be the answer. And what about the middle term? Middle term is about the total number of letters. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. But we don't have now the symbol for 11 letters. We don't know whether it is going to be percentage or an ampersand. We don't know. Had they asked the question could be, then at least we could have gone for this. Because ampersand we already know it is for 9 letters. But if they're asking what is the code, then we can't say. Then we can't say whether this is absolute code or not. Percentage is to be used for 11 letters or not. It is not mentioned. So the answer will be cannot be determined. Got this? So let's see one more such interesting question. Okay, let's see this. Given time, simple plan is written as this. So here, if you look for number of letters, so let's make a place for that. Okay. So these are the codes given. Let us decode it. Now, if we talk about the total number of letters, it has, now we are talking here total letters. Now it has 5 letters, it has 4 letters, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 letters, and it has 4 letters. And if you see the numbers are 4, 4, 5, 6, the last numbers is 4, 4, 5, 6. That means the last letter represent the number of total number of letters. So total number of letters is the last symbol. The last symbol used tells you about the total letters. This is how we already decoded it. Now what about the middle letter? Now you know 6 letter simple has 6 letters and simple ends with E and there is A in middle. 5 letters, given has 5 letters, given has 5 letters, given ends with an, and this has an into middle. That means the middle term or the middle symbol used is for the last letter. And lastly, about the symbol. Now we know for given, the code, because it has an into end and it has total 5, this is the word for given. So given has percentage and 5 as the code. Time ends with E and it has 4 letters. So it is this @E 4 letters. Simple ends with E and it has 6 letters. So the code will be #E6. And then plan. Plan is the left one, that is ampersand and 4. So all the 4 has different symbol in the beginning. Beginning symbol is different. So we'll have to move to the next. Now tired has 5 letters and it ends with D. So 5 letters and D. That means this is the code for tired. @D and 5. Solution has 8. This has to be the code for solution. Then plant has 5 and it's ends with tree, and great also has 5 and it's ends with T. That means one of them has to be plant and one of them has to be great. Now what is what? So if you see, plan starts with P and it has ampersand, and T starts with time and it has @ Tired start with T and it has @. Simple start with S and it has hash. Solution start with S and it has hash. That means the first symbol used is for the first letter. That is, if G is the first letter, so it should have percentage. If T is the first letter, it should have @. If S is the first letter, it should have hash. If P is the first letter, it should have ampersand. What else? S is already done, P is done, G is done, T is done. G is done, S is done, P is done, T is done. G is done, T is done, S is done, P is done, T, S, P, G. So everywhere the same 4 letters are there. So all 4 are done. So let us directly go for the questions then. Okay, let's go to the questions. Which of the following is the code for translate? So in case of translate, the first symbol should be about the first letter. So first letter if T, that means the first letter should be @. So this cannot be the answer, this cannot be the answer, this cannot be the answer. The middle symbol is about the last letter. So if last letter is E, the middle symbol should be E. That means both the options are open. And the last symbol is about the total letter. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 letters. So the code has to be option number B. Easy. Let's see the next one. Which of the following code for plan? So plan has 4 letters. So that's why this cannot be the answer, this cannot be the answer, this cannot be the answer. Plan ends with N. So it should have N in middle. This cannot be the answer. So either it could be, sorry, none of these is obviously possible. Let's keep that open. But it cannot be now this as well. And the first letter is P. And P is ampersand. That means this has to be the answer. Easy. Let's see the next one. In the given code language, what is the code %D4? Percent means G. The first symbol should be G. Middle is D. That means it should end with D. And 4. Total 4 letters should be there. So good has 4 letters into it. It starts with G and it ends with D. So in the given code language, what the code is? It should be for good. Good is the answer. Let's see next one. Okay, this is the question that you can do practice. It is equally easy. You just have to decode it. I'll just give a little hint here for you, because now 3 times @ is here. So you either have to look for the total number of letters. Now, total number of letters are 5, 5, but here there are 8 and 6. So no. Now look for the number of vowels. So there are 2 vowels. 1, 2, 3, 4 vowels. 2 vowels and 2 vowels. So that means definitely the first @ is about the 2 vowels and the ampersand is about the 4 vowels, and so on. So you can process with this. I hope you can solve these type of questions now.